Good morning. It's Hometown Family Radio. Jerome and Derek, we are joined here by Miss Rodeo Nebraska and Miss Rodeo America this morning. Good morning.
Morning.
I feel like we're in the company of royalty this morning.
It's probably because of the crowds.
Slightly. It's nice.
Yeah.
I like it. So, welcome to our cramped little huddle. I feel like we're in a huddle.
We are kind of in a huddle.
I like
kind
a circle.
Yeah, a semicircle. So,
Yeah.
Yep, you go up the middle. And I'll pass deep. Kidding. I can't pass at all. I throw like a girl. So you ladies, you're obviously you're here for Nebraska Land Days. Tell us, what are you excited about it? Or especially on Miss Rodeo America here. I don't think, have you ever been to Nebraska?
I have. I was really fortunate to come last year as Miss Rodeo Mississippi and enjoy the Nebraska Land Days last year. And it's just a treat to come back.
All right. And, of course, Miss Rodeo Nebraska, you've been here before.
I have been here before. Living in Maxwell, I've partaked in Nebraska Land Days for as long as I can remember. And now being here as Miss Rodeo Nebraska, it's truly an honor. I'm getting to go to all the fun festivities that we have, and now I'm just preparing for the rodeo tomorrow evening.
Yeah, the rodeo, that's going to be a big one because the new Miss Rodeo Nebraska will be crowned tomorrow night.
Yeah, our pageant started on Sunday with horsemanship. Tonight we have our fashion show. Tomorrow morning we have speeches, and then tomorrow night rodeo starts at 8, and we will crown the new Miss Rodeo Nebraska for 2011 about halfway through the performance.
Now, I got a question for Miss Rodeo America.
Yes.
How is, you've seen pageants all across the country and been involved in your own. How is the pageant in Nebraska different from others that you've seen, in particular your Mississippi pageant?
The pageant here in Nebraska is first-rate, top-notch, and my hat goes off to the committee. They do a fantastic job here. Different state pageants vary in how in-depth their competition is. Each has the same elements, such as interview, horsemanship, modeling, prepared speech. However, here at Nebraska, they have 2 interviews instead of 1. They have several opportunities for extemporaneous questions. The girls compete in 2 horsemanship patterns. It is mimicking almost exactly the Miss Rodeo America pageant.
Well, I would think that would be a good thing. If you've been around Michelle, what are your thoughts about her? How's she going to do this fall?
I have extremely high expectations for Michelle. I've had a wonderful time traveling with her this year. Nebraska they have a great representative in Michelle. She's beautiful, gracious, kind, and very smart. She's also an excellent horsewoman. So, Nebraska, you guys have a great girl to cheer on in Las Vegas this year.
Are you blushing, Michelle?
Just a little bit. I paid her an extra $5 before we came in here for her to say.
Yeah, that look you gave her, it's like that bribe I gave you, it better pay off. So.
No, it's been an honor truly to be able to represent Nebraska, and Kelly and I have actually got to travel a lot together. So being able to be around Miss Rodeo America, I've kind of picked out her brain a little bit, just trying to prepare for December. She's great, and she's a great representative for our professional sport of rodeo.
Well, talk to us about what's going to be going on tonight. The actual pageant itself is tonight, and people can come out and watch you girls get dressed up and see so many different outfits. And we'll also see some questions and speeches tonight, not necessarily, though, from the Queen contestants.
Right. Tonight at 7 o'clock at the Quality Inn and Suites will be our fashion show. The Miss contestants will be modeling 2 of their outfits and answering a couple of impromptu questions, and our teen contestants will be giving their speeches and also answering a question as well. We are lucky enough to have 15 state queens with us, and they will be there modeling outfits as well. And at 5:45, they have an autograph session. So come out early and meet all of the state queens.
Now, what would you say, I guess, because, you've made it to the level of Miss Rodeo America, and Michelle has made it to the level of a state queen. I guess individually, what would be your favorite parts of the competition? Is it the horsemanship, the speaking, the style show? Which is it?
For me personally, it's the interview. I believe that it's just a fantastic opportunity to get to know the judges, because each pageant usually brings in a distinguished panel of judges that have an impact on both the rodeo community and their home community as well. And that's always my favorite part, is talking with them, conversing with them. And now as a title holder, when I travel, it's meeting people. That's the same exact thing. That's my favorite.
Go ahead.
I'd have to agree with Kelly on that part. It's great to get your personality out there and to meet those new people as well. Horsemanship is always a fan favorite for everybody watching, just to see the girls participate in the horsemanship and to see their skills, because as a rodeo queen, majority of the time you do see us riding our horses. So,
how heavy are those belt buckles?
They're quite heavy.
I mean, I wasn't trying to stare, but I'm just like, that looks heavy.
No, they are kind of heavy, and actually different belt buckles are obviously made with different metals, but this one is solid sterling silver plated with gold. It's a Montana Silversmith Championship buckle, and it's completely hand done. And the first time I wore it, I actually had to tell my mom, I said, you know what, this is actually pulling my belt downward instead of holding my pants up. There's problems here.
Yeah, I can imagine. Now, my question is, how heavy is the crowns?
A lot of people have always asked that. Is your hat falling down on your face because of your crown? And actually, my crown, Miss Rodeo Nebraska's crown, is not too heavy. So I don't have too much to complain about. Now, Miss Rodeo America's, on the other hand, hers is quite big and filled with gold. So, Kelly, is your crown heavy?
It is. It is. The first time I wore it, I said, I feel like I have a gold brick on my head, and quite frankly, that's almost what it is.
Right.
But a gold brick on your head is better than the alternative. So.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's a joy to wear, and the top stone is actually, it hangs, it dangles on the Miss Rodeo America crown, and so there's been so many young children that come up and go, your crown's broken, it's going to fall apart, but it's a joy to wear.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've been excited about what's been going on all week long so far. It culminates here in the next couple of days. How are the contestants? We got to meet them ourselves yesterday. What are you guys' thoughts? You guys would know what it takes to win the thing.
The 4 contestants that we have this year are all very talented. They all seem to be handling it quite well. I snuck into the rooms last night, and everybody was just hanging out and enjoying the company. So they've all done good in all of the events so far, and I'm just looking forward to tonight for the fashion show. Speeches will round everything up in the morning, so I think they all have a very good chance. I'm glad I'm not a judge and don't have to pick.
All right. Well, ladies, thank you so much for stopping in. What? I'm not done. Sorry. I'll go to my corner, Jerome.
Okay. Yeah, you sit there and you think about what you did. Now, obviously, Michelle, you're going to move on from here and try and compete for Miss Rodeo America.
I am.
Once your reign as Miss Rodeo Nebraska, comes to an end. As far as Miss Rodeo America, what are your plans after your reign is over?
Miss Rodeo America is very blessed to have a very large scholarship to use, and I will pursue a graduate degree in public policy is kind of what I'm thinking now. I haven't completely made my mind up. I have a little bit of time, but I'd like to get a law degree and then work in agricultural development policy.
All right. And besides the rodeo, because that's the obvious answer, what would individually, what are your favorite parts of Nebraska Land Days?
I last year went to the all-male cake bake, and I must say that was one of my favorite things that was a part of Nebraska Land Days other than the rodeo. So if anyone has a chance, they should go out and see the gentlemen's cakes. They're quite unique.
Some of them are really good, and some of them maybe not so much effort.
Right.
I don't know. That's a nice way of putting that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It's like it comes out of the box. Whatever. Michelle, what's your favorite part other than the rodeo?
Other than the rodeo, yesterday we participated in a kids parade, and that was a blast. There were tons of kids out there in the cutest little costumes, and even though it was raining, I think there was still over 100 kids that participated. Even though we went a block around Westfield Shopping Center, it was still a blast. All of the queens participated, and just seeing all of the kids there was great. So far, I definitely have to say the kids parade has been a highlight this year.
All right. So...
You told me to go to my corner.
Well, you can come out of your corner if you have anything else.
I didn't have anything else. I was like, yo, Jerome has another question.
Yeah, well, it turned out to be 2. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, ladies, Kelly, Michelle, thank you for stopping in. We appreciate it. We're rooting both of you on. Kelly, rooting you on for the rest of the year and for what comes after being Miss Rodeo America. Obviously, it is a platform to bigger and better things for a lot of ladies. So congratulations and good luck. And Michelle, you go get them, girl.
Thanks.
Have the eye of the tiger.
All right. Well, we should stop now, or I will sing the Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, he will.
And I will do it. Trust me. Yep. Rising up. All right. Anyway, we're going to get back in Hometown Family Radio here. If you want to get tickets to the concerts, the rodeos, which kick off tomorrow night, and the crowning of the new Miss Rodeo Nebraska will take place about halfway through that performance of the Hall of Fame Buffalo Bill Rodeo. You can get more information and all your tickets by logging on to NebraskaLandDays.com. And remember, you heard it right here on the official radio stations of Nebraska Land Days, Hometown Family Radio.